So it was a really good piece. It was good to see that the way it's like Steph and Liv look the same, and Jack and Ben are doing the same movements. So like when you get pushed down, Liv falls as well. That looks good to show that these are the same people. It was a strong piece. It was very scary. Jack was just terrifying. But it was good because it shows that he's putting that emotion in, and it was just a really good sort of storyline. And I found it hard to find a weakness, so I didn't really put one.
Okay.
I'll go that way.
Yeah. Wait, I've gone blank. Sorry. Right. Okay. I really love the dance at the end. I thought that was really good, and the music choice goes with the dance really, really well. The one thing that I can remember putting is when Steph goes off to clean herself up, put some like movement there. And I know you did a little bit to begin with, but I thought maybe like a continuation of something like throughout that whole section. I thought that would maybe improve it a little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought one of your strengths was projection. It was projection voice-wise, but also in your actions. So your movements, they were visible, and your body language was clear. I thought, Steph, your dance was absolutely beautiful. It made me a bit teary on the inside. I thought the syncing of the head of the people inside their head and the actual characters was fantastic. The only thing I'd say is that it says Jack needs to wait for Steph, and I think that was at the beginning when you said your higher chipmunk line, and you said something even though it was Steph's line, and then you just stopped saying it, and then you said it afterwards. I think it's just a matter of waiting for Steph to say her line, I think. But other than that, it was one of my favourites, definitely.
Yeah, I love the personalities of all you guys. You're all unique in your own way by being the same person. Jack and Ben, I love what you've got, like, Ben, when you're literally forcing Jack to push him. Like, you've got the whole puppet master thing going on there, and that's really cool. Strong choreography for Steph and Liv. I know you couldn't do it because you're injury, but it's still good. Love the partner work. Weaknesses, I know you had that little music tech thing going on. I don't know who that was, but still. And I thought this the last time when you performed it, but Jack and Ben, I think you two should have a little choreographed section of your own, because, like, I like the partner work, but I also feel like we should have a choreographed section from your point of view, and not just from Steph and Liv. But other than that, love the piece.
I really, really liked the piece. Like, watching it that time, I got the emotion loads more, and I felt a bit taken back after watching it. I think you said at the beginning, you're explaining how Liv and Ben, you're trying to show to be invisible, you're not trying to be there. But I think you should just stay the way you are. Like, I don't know how you were going to like present yourselves but being invisible, but I think the way you're doing it now is really good, and it shows a lot of emotion, and you get the point across clearly, and I think the music choice and the dance is really good. But with Callum's idea, I agree how you should do a little piece together as well to show equality, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I really enjoyed it though.
There was a good build of tension at the beginning. It didn't start off as intense, but it built throughout the piece, which was good. I liked how Jack was interpreted into the dance to make it more powerful. But how you said that you didn't know how to not show the people, it works with them showed, but you could always like kind of swap them around as if they take your place when they're speaking, and then they go back to the person. And in the dance they could probably either be in front or behind, and like you can do the same movement, shows that your mind's controlling the people, if that makes sense.
Are you going to do that, Liv, if your foot's okay?
If my foot's healed by then,
Yeah.
If not, then I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, okay. It's fine.
I really liked it.
the dance is really good, and I like how you, like Stefan and like you both like showing the same emotion. Like you're both scared, and then you two are both like, well, you're more angry, and then he's like, you're forcing him to do it, and I like that. And I wrote an improvement down, but I don't understand it. So.
Yeah, I'd say the beginning, literally it showed, say without Jack's influence of Ben, I'd say that's how their relationship worked. Like, it was a good relationship, and then Ben comes in, manipulates Jack, and then obviously Liv comes in and basically tells Steph to not do anything. I quite like that idea, like when he hits her and she falls over, not only does Steph fall, but Liv falls as well. I thought that shows that they are the same character, and that feelings are hurt as well as the actual person. Say in the fall, it was a bit of a weakness, I think, when Jack picks her up and throws her to the ground. However hard it was, I think he's got to commit to the fall. Yeah, I'd say for Jack, his posture could have been a bit more dominant, like take up the stage more, be more upright, be closer to Steph and intimidate her. I think with that, it would look perfect.
Thank you.
Well, I thought the story was really good and it's showed through the piece. The projection was really good and it's like really, really powerful, and it like makes the audience feel like the emotions of like what Steph's going through. And I like the fact that like with both of the characters, there's like a war against themselves, because you've got the two conflicting like characters within the same character. And then just there's two weaknesses, and the start, I think that needs to be a bit more happier, just to show that like Steph really loves Jack. And then I think, Ben, do you slap Jack at one point? Because there was a sort of slap in that thing.
I think at that point I was like grabbing his neck and everything, and then I just like throw him to one side.
I just feel like that needs to be like a bit more realistic, because it looks a bit like, I don't know how to explain it, like it just looks a bit off. So, yeah,
Did you grab him? You didn't touch him, did you?
No, I didn't. It's just we thought of well, voices in the head don't really touch.
Yeah, good. I was just going to say that, make sure that you don't touch. Good. Yeah?
I like the unison between Steph and Liv. And I feel like there was nice relationship shown, not only between Jack and Steph, but between the voices in the head, between like Steph and Liv, Jack and Ben. I really like that. The partner work in the dance was really nice. The only thing I put for an improvement, I put better characterisation. I think by that I mean there was it's completely gone, but I did think of what I meant by that. I think it just means like for Steph to be a bit more weary of Jack when she's saying like, oh, it's just a friend when you're on your phone. Be a bit more like, obviously the character will probably know what's about to happen. Maybe be a bit more scared from that moment on.
So when you've got like the people in your head and you've got the actual characters, I really like how, again, what Beth was saying, you've got like different personalities, how you're both influencing the real people, but at the same time you are like, you've got the same emotions. The actual emotion of the whole piece, like throughout it, I could totally feel that. I don't think any point I felt that emotion was lacking. And the storyline it's really clear. You know exactly what's happening, and you can almost feel what's going to happen by the tension that you've built up. The only improvement was in some of the movements. I don't know if it's just because you haven't quite rehearsed enough, or you just weren't quite sure because we're just performing them. But just make sure each movement you do, it has got like a purpose behind it. It's not just kind of oh, I've stepped this way because I don't know what else to do. It's, I've stepped this way for a purpose. I've got a reason for moving to this place. Other than that, it was absolutely phenomenal.
Okay. I put Steph projection, so you must need to project. I think it was maybe near the start. I really liked the fall to the floor. That was really a nice moment there. It confused me a little bit in the way that you speak in the characters, and I can't really remember what I'm trying to say now, but one of you, I think you speak as if you are, one of you, at the start, you speak as if you are in Steph's head, and you speak as if you're speaking to him. So you're speaking to him, but you're speaking as her.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the dialogue. You need to just have a look over it, so that you're speaking using the same
So it actually
structure.
sounds like they're both in each other's
Yeah,
heads.
yeah. Because then you've done the same when you came out and came to the corner, and you know you're doing the same thing. That you linked then, but that you're different at the start. So just have a look at it. You'll probably know what I mean as soon as you look at it. I don't like it when you say well done. I don't think it needed that at all. Whatever was done before that, just stop there. Emphasis on movement. Steph, a little bit, you know what I was saying the other day about a bit jerky? Really flow into each movement. Yeah, extend as long as you can go before you fall into the next one. Yeah, the dance was good. I liked it when Jack came on. Some good ideas. I don't know whether, obviously, if your foot's better in the end, whether you two could do the dance at the back, but without each other. So you would do it on that side, still representing that you're there, but you'll do it without somebody underneath, and you'll do it lying on the floor. That's how it was, wasn't it? Does that make sense? Yeah? Other than that, yeah, again, you've taken on all the feedback from last time, which is good, and the story's really clear, so well done. Good.